I'm not going to pace the floor if somebody doesn't like polygyny. I'm not going to pace the floor if somebody's in the comments being negative, if somebody's saying, oh, she's an idiot. You don't have to like me. I like me. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 and initial wife of Outstanding Personal Relationships and OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com. I have to say initial wife for those of you that are new so that you kind of know who's who, because we tend to get confused. My co-wife and I, Coach Nyla, shout out to her. It happens, so just for clarity, it's not to flex, but it's not a flex, it's just timeline. It's timeline. Now, with this video, I wanted to talk about a little bit about being unpopular in polygyny. It turns into a popularity contest sometimes, and people I've found in the last 11 years that we've been in polygyny, that people will avoid, that people won't like you anymore, people stop talking to you, and you go, what is the problem? It's not a you thing, it's a them thing. It's a them thing. It has nothing to do with, just existing. That's psychotic. So if somebody doesn't like you merely because you exist and you're a woman that's in polygyny, it's a them thing. And I've experienced all levels of, I don't like her, I don't want to be around them. Me and my co-wife, I could give a flying fig if somebody likes me or not. I'm not here for people to be in love with me because just for the fact of being. You don't have to. You don't have to. We have a choice. And I knew that some people are going to be triggered by the fact that my co-wife and I just inhabit a room together. They're going to be like side eye, and we've had all that stuff happen. We care about what we're talking about. We care about having fun, and I talk to the people that want to talk. I don't talk to the people that don't. So if you don't want to talk to me, I find the people that do want to talk to me, because I'm not going to rent space in my head for people that don't see me as a human being, as someone of value. Why? Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve my family. And I like to talk to people that love me. If people don't know me and they just don't know what they don't know. And it's not their fault, and it's okay. But I'm not going to sit up and cry about it. I'm not going to lose sleep. I'm not going to obsess about it. I'm not going to diminish my family because somebody else doesn't like something that my family's doing. My job is to, as a coach, I feel like my job is to help people when they're in a place where they feel as though they cannot help themselves yet. It's not just, oh, they can't help themselves, I'm here to save the day and swoop down and just make everything. No, some of it is softening things that can be difficult. But I'm not here to right any wrongs. It's just offering some understanding so that it's not as difficult as it needs to be. And I didn't have that. None of us in this family had that. We didn't have a support system. We didn't have it. Like, I had really good, and I still do, really close friends of mine, queens, love them all. They know who they are, that have helped me in my journey, because they're all invested in personal development and wellness and growth. And this is who I stay around. I don't stay around people that are negative, that have something horrible to say every time we turn around and just down in the dumps constantly, because then we're not activating gratitude. So I got to a point where I said, you know what, folks ain't gonna like me. They're gonna like me whether I'm in it, whether I'm not in it. They'll find value in me, and then like me for who I am. And if they can't, that's not on me. There ain't nothing I can do about it. And again, I'm not gonna lose sleep about it. And some might say, well, that sounds flippant or that sounds arrogant. No, that's just what it is, because I've been doing this a long time. This is not new to me. This is new to other people, you know, that don't know me. This didn't happen overnight. I had to work for years. I had to work for a long time and work on Fatimah and try to figure things out and see what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what worked for the family, what didn't work for the family, what worked in my marriage, what didn't work in my marriage, finding out hierarchy of value and what I value versus what Coach Nazir values, and so on and so forth. Just as a person, because I said it, you know, he's not just my husband, he's a friend of mine. So sometimes I show up as wife, sometimes I show up as friend, sometimes I show up as both. Like, I don't know what it is to have as many children as he has, because people try to go, oh, Coach Nyla has this many, Coach Fatimah has that many. And no, Coach Nazir got more than both of us. So he won that. I'm not going to make a competition out of who has more children, because he won it. Trust, and that's on my soul. So I'm just not going to. You got to change what you say to yourself about yourself. And I refused, and I refuse to say something about me, about my family, that is going to make me feel as though I am diminished or they're diminished in any way. So why in the world would I hang out with people that don't like us, that diminish my family? I won't do it. So if that makes me unpopular, let's get it. Let's do it. Cool. I'm not going to pace the floor if somebody doesn't like me. I'm not going to pace the floor if somebody doesn't like polygyny. I'm not going to pace the floor if somebody's in the comments being negative, if somebody's saying, oh, she's an idiot. You don't have to like me. I like me. It's okay, because I remember a time where I didn't. And what I'm not going to do is sit up and foster a toxic relationship between myself and social media. I won't do it. I know how to get off of a phone. I know how to entertain me. I know how to come up out the comments. I know how to read them and go on by them. My grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother and my great-great-great-grandmother were strong women. Okay? And I came through that line. So it was much to do about finding that out, figuring it out, and saying, okay, I don't get to give up on me. I don't get to give up on life. I don't get to give up on my journey. I don't get to give up on my purpose. I don't get to give up on my marriage. Now, you ain't trying, honey. I got to throw in the towel on you. But if you're trying, like I say, I can do something with someone that's trying, and they can do something with me. So my relationship with our husband works because we both try our hardest. My relationship with my co-wife works because we both try our hardest. And I can't see myself not having the two of them in my life. I'm speaking from experience, because if I could imagine it, then I would say that, because that's how I'm set up. I just would say it. But, and people have asked, is it a real relationship? Do you guys really like each other? We never were mean to each other. We were always very cordial to each other. We always gave salams. I just was quiet. I didn't have much to say. And I've spoken about that. She knows that. This is not news. But it might be new to some of you all. But we always were people that were able to go, okay, I can give salams first. I can talk. I can hug. I can boo. I can lie. And then we had our hard conversation. And we work on our relationship. You know, we make it easy, is what I'm trying to say. We make it easy. And I know it's not like that for everybody, but we make it easy indeed. And if I need clarification, I ask her. And she'll give me her honest answer. Period. It's that simple. And then we go on by it, as my grandmother would say. We go by it. And then We just know better next time, because a lot about being a co-wife is a lot about knowing who that co-wife is and understanding, okay, who are you? Who are you outside of being married to the same man as me? Who are you? Who are you? He's a mother, sister, an auntie, a friend, a Muslim. Who are you? And they get to ask it back. So it's not a one-way street, because sometimes I think co-wives can get together and it's like killing a fly with a machine gun. It's just too much. It's just way too much. It's doing too much. You're talking too much. You're judging too much. It's just too much. And some of the sisters can sit and say, okay, let's get to know each other. A little bit at a time, maybe. Baby steps, but they're steps. We're not going to diminish them because they're small. So when our babies start walking, I didn't go, you know what, the steps are too small. I can't celebrate her walking now. I ain't doing that. No, my baby took a step and I was like, yay, look at her go, right? So every time I did it more than once. I wasn't going to take away her triumph or my son's triumph in walking because they were little tiny steps. It was moving forward. Don't care what you do, it was still moving forward. So I'm not worried about being unpopular. I worry about my hereafter. I worry about, did I make the dua today? Did I ask for forgiveness today? What did I do? What did I do to work on not only this life, but the next? That stuff. Because at the end of it, I won't care who didn't invite me to iftar. I won't care who didn't invite me to the nikah. I won't care who didn't invite me to their walima. I won't care who didn't invite me to, the birth of their child, their party for their child. I won't care. I give them salams, send a gift, well wishes with sincerity in my heart, and I keep moving, because that's part of being in polygyny is understanding that everybody's not going to love, like, or want to deal with you because of it. And that's okay. That's okay. My grandma used to tell me all the time, she said, you came here by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. We're not here to win a popularity vote. I love that people have shown sincere love and sincere du'as and sincere. Some of you guys have just been so supportive. And sometimes I'm telling you, you have to come up off of the comments, because I remember when I was in a place that I didn't think I'd be sitting here talking about polygyny or being coach to anyone or being on YouTube. But when you guys get in the comments and you give us such support, I'm not easy to cry. But that's something that really affects me on a deep level, because I appreciate it so much. It's so valuable to me. It's so valuable to our family. It's so valuable to our husband and my co-wife and my children, because they look at the comments that you all leave sometimes. And sometimes they get very territorial, or, they want to protect their parents, and that's okay. But the ones that you give that are good, my daughters are going, did you see that comment? Such and such left. That's so nice. They're not the easiest group of young ladies. Like, they go, they go, and that's okay. That's okay. They protected their family. And I love that so much, because then that means there's a togetherness. There's a bond that happened. And I celebrate that bond. Because I know it doesn't happen with everyone. So I'm grateful for that. Alhamdulillah. Now, you guys, remember, work on you. It's not a popularity contest. You don't need a popularity vote. You don't need to be loved and liked by all, because guess what? You weren't loved and liked by all before polygyny, and you're not going to be loved and liked by all after or during or any of that. So with that, I hope you guys once again got some great gems from this video. I am Coach Fatimah. If you're new, please follow us on our social medias. If you don't, why not? So on IG, we're Outstanding Relationships, and on YouTube and Facebook, we're Outstanding Personal Relationships. I'm going to leave you with a little GLC like we always do. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I will see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
One is by following us on our social medias. Follow us on IG at Outstanding Relationships and on Facebook and YouTube at Outstanding Personal Relationships. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Number 2, make sure you head over to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and subscribe to the email list. From there, you will get downloads as well as updates, any and all updates. And you also get an update on the release of our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny, Uncensored.
Number 3, if you are serious about polygyny relationships and really developing fulfillment and happiness, make sure you register for our Relationship Mastery Inner Circle, which is members only, which includes downloads, it includes access to us live on a weekly basis. So that's at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/RM. We'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.